One of the things that we know about all types of crime is that they're highly concentrated in a small number of places. But why is crime concentrated in so few places? The simplest answer to that question is that opportunities for different types of crime concentrate in some places more than others. Shoplifting tends to concentrate on streets with lots of shops, especially those shops that sell items that are easy to steal. Meanwhile, alcohol-related violence at weekends tends to concentrate in areas with lots of places selling alcohol, especially bars that don't mind selling drinks to people who are already drunk. Sometimes, a particular type of place will create opportunities for multiple different types of crime. For example, this street has lots of cars parked in it and also has lots of houses, so there might be opportunities for both residential burglaries and vehicle thefts. But not all crimes happen in the same places. Fuel theft tends to concentrate along major roads where petrol stations are sited, while theft of farm equipment is much more likely to happen in the countryside. Saying that crime is concentrated because opportunities for crime are concentrated might seem a bit obvious. But understanding how opportunities for crime concentrate turns out to be really important in understanding and preventing crime more generally. One way that we can better understand opportunities for crime is to use a model like the routine activities approach. This model doesn't tell us where a specific crime will happen, but instead tells us where opportunities for crime are most likely to occur. The routine activities approach says that an opportunity for crime happens when a potential offender and a potential crime target come together at a place, as long as there is no one there who can stop that crime occurring. A potential offender is anyone who has the knowledge and skills necessary to commit a particular crime and who feels that committing a crime is a valid thing to do in a given set of circumstances. A target for crime is whatever the offender is trying to do something to. For a violent crime, the target's the victim, the person being assaulted, for example. For property crimes, the target is whatever the offender is trying to steal or damage. And for crimes like drug dealing, the target is the person the dealer is trying to sell the drugs to. Sometimes offenders and targets will come together without creating a crime opportunity because there is someone present who can stop any crime occurring. These people are known as controllers of crime, although you might sometimes hear them referred to as guardians. Controllers are people who can make offenders less likely to attack targets, make targets themselves less vulnerable, or make places less suitable for offenders and targets to come together in. In most cases, controllers aren't people who are paid to prevent crime, like police officers. Usually, controllers are people who prevent crime incidentally, while going about their day-to-day activities. For example, a potential burglar's partner might insist they go to the cinema on a particular evening, incidentally stopping the person finding any suitable burglary targets. Likewise, if someone travels on a late-night train looking for a sleeping passenger they can sexually assault, the presence of other passengers might make them decide the risk of offending is too high. Sometimes the routine activities approach is represented using the crime triangle. The basic idea here is that all three sides of the triangle, offenders, targets, and places, influence how many opportunities for crime there will be, with controllers able to influence each side of the triangle. Since offenders and targets are both concentrated in particular places, we can use this to explain why different crimes concentrate in some places more than others. But it's important to remember that different combinations of offenders, targets, and controllers create different opportunities for different crimes, which helps explain why we see different types of crime cluster in different places. This is important because it means that we can usually need to analyze different types of crime separately, for example by creating separate maps for different crime types rather than showing multiple types of crime on a single map. So to summarize, opportunities for crime are concentrated in some places more than others. Different crimes concentrate in different places because different features of the environment create opportunities for different crimes. And we can use the routine activities approach to help understand why crime concentrates in particular places.